has weirding modules in it, I'm not playing it at all.
Deep.
That ruined the movie for me. The movie was pretty good, except for that stupid weirding module that wasn't in the book.
Well, Sonic's made an interesting part of the Atreides if you play.
Well, the books talks about the Atreides fighting styles and stuff were secret. So I guess you could make the argument that that was the fighting.
Whoops, sorry.
That's all.
I pulled the one that was sapped, sorry.
Somebody's pet's on the other priest.
Is it my pet?
Yeah, heals are good, Tree.
It occurred to me I didn't even ask you. I'm sorry.
But yeah, that Dune game, I only remember it being on PC.
Yeah, I think Dune 2000 was only on PC.
Well, I mean, even the original.
No, the original the original actually came out on a game console, the home console. Original. I was watching the video about it the other day. I just can't remember the name of the console.
These are the bosses, right?
The
Sort of.
minis, the
Pre-bosses.
Do we all have to be forward of this line here?
nah.
Or only when the other thing starts?
Here we go.
Maybe it was the Turbo Graphics. Maybe that's
Pull them out of the consecration and don't stand in it yourself.
What would we do without you, Sal?
Oh, you mean don't stand in the ugly red circle?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I remember the movie too.
I actually like the sci-fi movie was better than the David Lynch.
I love The Last Starfighter, one of my favorites.
I like
Very-
that too.
Very similar to, I don't know if you ever read the book Armada by Ernest Cline.
I was just gonna say, did you read Armada?
Yeah, it was.
As I knew you read Ready Player One. But,
Yeah, Armada. It was great. It was exactly like Last Starfighter.
I don't know if I saw that or read that one.
It's a good one.
It's sitting on my bookshelf if you want to read it.
Oh, the game I'm thinking of was Doom 2, I think. And it was on the Genesis and the Amiga. Interesting.
Maybe it was the Amiga I was thinking about. The guy was saying that that was the best version. I think it might have been the Angry Video Game Nerd.
That would make sense. But that wasn't really a console, that was a computer.
It was mostly a computer, but they remember they marketed it as a cool new multimedia machine.
Yeah, well, I mean,
computer you hook to the TV instead of a computer monitor.
well, I remember it having
Remember the
impressive
Texas-
graphics for its time.
Oh yeah.
Remember the Texas Instruments computer we had, Brian?
I do remember that.
We had to load
Did you have
the
a
programs.
TI-99?
I'm not sure what model it was, but you had to load the programs from a cassette tape.
Yeah.
T60.
Oh yeah, that was the only way to save them because you could. Did it have a cartridge thing too?
I
Like you
don't
could play.
remember
I
having
don't
that.
remember. Yeah.
'Cause that was one of the original ones where you could play Oregon Trail on.
Now
Oh,
I'm in the
or
Wayback
Trail.
Machine with you guys.
That's
back.
right.
Oh god, I played Oregon Trail on an Apple IIe.
We had an Apple IIc that was.
There's an American.
There was
Dad
a game we
episode.
had for that was like what was that called? Dungeon Dragon something. It had like 10 floppy disks with it.
Yep.
Oh, it was like you walked through like this maze. God, me and my buddy Craig, we played that forever.
There's an American
Dragon
Dad
Lair,
episode
Dungeon
that,
Lair, or something like that.
Oregon.
Hey, Balin, we're in Dazaralor. You know where the entrance is in Borellis?
Hi, Balin and Frey.
We're basically hanging out in a troll deli.
Yes.
One of the best.
We can
dungeon
summon you
crawlers.
if you like.
Do you need a summons, Balin?
Oh, that would be awesome.
Okay.
Wait a minute, where are you guys?
We're in the
New
new
raid.
one.
We went in a new raid instead of Old Deer.
One of the best dungeon crawlers of all time is Phantasy Star 1, in my opinion. You had to use graph paper with that to be able to complete the dungeons.
Oh, did you ever play the original Zork?
Yes.
Yes.
You
Yes.
definitely had to write that one down.
I've never even heard of that
Oh,
one. So.
man.
Oh my gosh.
I
But
loved
I
it
didn't.
because
I
he,
didn't have a PC till 2007, so I was console only.
Well, I
When I was-
played it way after it originally came out, but Zork
it
Nemesis was my favorite one.
when
Yeah, I remember
I was
playing that
playing Zork, I got stuck in a room, so I couldn't turn left, I couldn't turn right, I couldn't pick anything up. It was just like I'm going, what? And so I typed FU, and the game shut down on me, and it says we don't whatever it was. They didn't talk that way. I'm going, oh man, it was pretty hysterical.
Hey, I need a. Sorry, I'll be right back. I need a quick bio break. Be right back.
You've been eaten by a grue.
Exactly. So, for those that have not been here before, someone will be tanking the boss who's riding the raptor there, over kind of where the skull is, and the other tank will have the ads kind of over where the X is. And yes, there will be sort of a gold wave color that comes off the boss in a particular direction. Just get out of its way. We focus on the boss until let's see. Trying to think. There's Seal of Retribution and Seal of something or another. Retribution and Reckoning. Whichever one she starts off with, which looks like Retribution. When she switches to Seal of Reckoning, then we kill the ads. We want to be interrupting those disciples as much as possible. Because they heal. But when we first switch to those ads, one of them is just gonna like get really big and empowered, and that's the one we have to kill first. And they will be casting consecration like the mini boss we just did. So you want to kite them out of that consecration and don't be standing in it yourself. And then when the boss switches back to the other seal, then we go back to the boss, and it's just kind of back and forth between the ads and the boss. But our goal is when the boss changes seals that we get those ads down before she changes back, because more ads will spawn and will get overrun. DBM will tell you when to switch to the ads. So it's really just don't let anything hit you on the floor, or there'll be the waves from her and the consecration, and hit the right thing at the right time. Yeah, like Steel just said, if you see a big ad during the ad phase, kill that one first.
If we wait 23 seconds, I can stone play.
I got a 6-minute stone on me.
Oh, do you? Okay. Well, we'll have this guy down in 6 minutes.
Oh, meanwhile, Raid should stay stacked up too.
Steel, what did you want to do?
I want ice cream.
I had ice cream.
Yeah, with caramel sauce.
I don't care. They all either one of them sucks. You can either get killed by the boss or you can get killed by the ads.
Deal.
Yeah, same boat.
Positive.
I'm positive we'll both get killed by either and or.
I'll try the ads again. I never can grab all of them though.
Yeah, me neither. Don't worry about it. I think last time we had the Death Knights yanking them around, so. Well,
No attacking ads until you say so. Got it.
5,
Right.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah, I forgot about turning away from the Crusader.
Yeah, don't look at that guy.
Oh, I hate getting disoriented inside the thing.
alright. I can't figure out how to drop the stack.
I cannot get the healer to move at all. That's
I'm at 9 stacks. I
I think we need to wipe it.
yeah. The one thing I would occasionally do is running away from her when she starts casting some big thing works better than jumping away for some whatever.
Yeah, I was trying to run away, but there's like 10 seconds and she finishes casting well before it.
I have many wares.
These two knuckleheads are just standing here watching us.
No help, those Gang Greymane. What a sissy.
Wasn't it? Didn't we kind of figure out it was easier to pull the boss out of the ads? Like, I mean, you could probably even fight the ads sort of where they are.
Yeah, that actually might work. I mean, I got to move them around anyway, but that's the problem is since there's two casters, I can't move both of them at the same
Yeah, maybe you go in first and whack them, and then I'll try to pull the boss off, or pull the boss. Or you want to take the boss, and I'll do the other one.
We can try it that
Would
way
you-
too.
Do we
Yeah.
do we not mess with the ads as the other players? Do we not mess with them until a certain point? So everyone should be on the boss in the beginning, or do we try to burn the ads down?
We all focus on the boss.
Okay.
Oh, looks like Mav's here.
What? She was just grilling me about how to heal on a monk.
Yeah, she's just a munchkin. She's still a munchkin to me.
Yeah, no one DBM warns you about turning away from the Crusader. Do so, or you get stunned and wander around in circles.
Yeah, it's a 5-second stun, so it's pretty long.
Yeah, it's a long
Yeah.
stun.
I think this skeleton right here is me.
It's shorter and fatter than the other ones.
Yeah.
There's this little tiny one over here. This is probably Una.
Yeah, there is a little one
What's,
right
what's
there.
this mysterious trash
Oh,
pile?
there's another
that I
one.
click
Yeah,
on?
that's me.
I'm gonna click on this mysterious trash pile that's sitting.
Okay.
Yeah, what is that? Click on that.
It's funny. Tree and Una have
Offer
the same amount of
offer a
people.
tribute to the altar. What did it do?
Nothing.
Oh, we have Janny's favor. We're under Janny's watchful eye. Remember the dinosaur that you do that thing with in Voldoon?
Well, maybe this.
Did you ever do that? Where you
Probably
kill
did,
the
I just
small little dinosaurs
Yeah.
in Voldoon, and then you have the big one where you have to run around as a little dinosaur. and-
Oh yeah. The
Yeah,
one
so-
that's the thief one.
Right, so we have
Exactly.
Janny's favor. We're under Janny's watchful eye. It says.
Whatever that is, if it'll help, it'll help.
Maybe she'll res us.
Yeah. Or maybe she'll actually give a helping hand as opposed to
Yeah,
freaking
exactly.
Greymane and
Maybe she comes in and runs around.
Greymane and Shawpan.
Who just stand there and do nothing.
Yeah. All right, so I'll go jump in there, and then you pull off boss.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Noah, grant me strength!
Hot stuff.
Oh, I got stuck on a wall.
Where the heck is that Crusader?
Oh, I got him right by me.
Yeah, just face towards the fence posts where behind the wall.
4,
And you're away from the Crusader there.
1.
Target change, switch to ads.
Get the ads.
Where are they? These
And they're
ads.
up.
The disciple is the one that needs to die.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
die.
I'm
Dang it.
I don't know how I'm always looking towards the guy when I'm looking away from everything.
Now the Crusader's big. You gotta kill it. Oh, and the Disciple's big.
Yeah.
And the
Well,
big boss
Jaina's
is on somebody.
okay.
It's a wipe anyway.
What if she gave us a tool?
Come on, we can figure this out. I know we can.
Oh, it turns you into her that you don't die.
Oh, I died. You turned into the dino?
I'm a dino.
Nice.
Yeah,
Run!
but you have to steal a shiny from the.
May the light have mercy on your soul.
But you couldn't do any damage while you were a dino. Maybe it just protects you.
Sorry I'm late for the party, but I'm.
Hey,
That's Steve.
how you doing?
Hey, okay, actually. I'm logging in right now. Sorry for the delay.
Yeah, you just missed 2 hot deaths, so nothing major.
You just missed a couple wipes. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't front to back either.
Oh no. That was a total side to side.
Yeah.
How
With
is everybody?
much vigor.
Good,
They-
Steve.
They were more like Ranger wipes, if you ask.
Yeah.
So that means leaves.
No, it's where you take one leaf of toilet paper and stick your finger through, make a hole and stick your finger through it. Use your finger and then use the rest of the toilet paper to wipe.
Ah.
Yeah, no.
I'll stick to my Charmin.
Camping.
It was more like we all just sat down and drug our butts across the carpet. So
Yeah. Pulled the pug maneuver.
Like, okay, Mom, Dad, I need to go to the vet and get my anal sac squeezed.
Exactly. Wait, my molten corgi does that. He drags his butt around.
Yes, the perky pug will do that too.
I have a cat. He just likes to lick his pee-pee.
Yeah, well, I have a female cat. She likes to kiss her.
Here, my little
Hoo-ha.
dog here will do it.
More gold for Arius's Twitch stream.
Oh
We haven't gotten him banned yet.
Maybe they just figure that they can just hit the mute button, so the rest of it's all good. Watch the action.
Hey, Half, where did you disappear? You disappeared.
I was having some bad.
Okay, understandable. No
bad
worries.
juju. Bad juju.
Well, I know you missed out on Festival of Lights, but
Yeah,
I
was
don't know
gonna
how
talk
old
to you
your
about that.
kids
Maybe
are.
next year. She couldn't have walked that far anyway, and that's a long.
Well, I mean, they have carts. I mean, I could have arranged for you guys to have a golf cart drive you around.
Oh wow.
But is it just you and your wife, or do you have children?
No, it's just me and her.
Oh, okay.
She's doing a little bit better now as far as her walking go. They put her on physical therapy and it kind of straightened her
Oh, that's
out.
awesome.
That's very awesome.
She just do her exercises at home, but she won't do those.
Pete didn't do his either.
There he goes. He's dragging his lava across the bottom. Then he turns around and sniffs it, which is really gross.
But exactly.
But
what I
very
recommend.
accurate.
Exactly what a dog would do, though. It's
That's
very
why I
funny.
like cat.
Every time I see it, I chuckle at it.
Oh, everybody pulled out their pugs. I should. Oh man.
I don't have a pug.
I don't have a pug. I pulled out a
I don't have
corgi
them.
instead.
I opened a creative pug.
Yes, I did too.
There he goes
Oh,
again.
okay. That's why there's so many pugs. Okay. I'm not gonna bother
Well, it's
trying to
adopted
dig
puppy.
for a pug. So So I talked to Kat earlier, and Zool sounded like it didn't go so well.
It's work in progress.
So we decided we'd torture ourselves with the new raid before we even finish the old.
Well, we got Zool down
Yeah,
to
let's
like
do something more difficult.
Yeah, he was.
20%.
Oh God, this is harder than that.
Oh yeah. As I said, hot death.
All right, I'm logging off. Bye.
Good to see you, Steve.
Bye,
You've been
Felicia.
summoned. You gotta
No,
stay.
you actually have a good gear score for this, Steve. You're up there. You got 370, 377.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't sure what I was. I
good.
was telling Kat earlier I wasn't sure exactly where I was.
I'm gonna take the dubious honor of being the highest one. Nice. I still don't have the highest DPS though.
I want to sing a rap song, but I don't know who all's on. But can I get a FU?
That'll get you logged out, unfortunately. Oh, wait. That's a different story.
Look at all these doggies. There's doggies everywhere.
All right.
And there's corpses.
I thought we were here to kill trolls.
All right, yeah, let's kill this thing. I'm ready.
You were
let me
mistaken.
throw.
We are here to be killed by trolls.
Yes. Let me throw my brazier on the ground.
Oh
I always
man, all
forget
the
to
love
look
in
that
the
up.
air stuff is gone. Oh, all the bad stuff is behind me.
All right, here goes.
So we're
Okay, so
we're
a target
attacking the boss.
skull,
We're
I'm
staying.
assuming.
Stay on the boss. Stay out of the gold wave.
How are we
And,
gonna interrupt those guys if we're staying on the boss, though?
well, we need to interrupt them when we're fighting them.
Okay, so they don't
Okay,
do
so
anything till
the-
we're fighting.
Yeah,
I'm
really,
sorry.
they're not taking any damage until we switch.
Okay, so the chick with the broom on the right, and then the two guys. Oh no, there's a chick with a broom on both sides, and then there's some dude.
Right, you're gonna
You
ignore
want to
them.
hit
boss and
the
then
you want to
do
hit the lady on the dino.
Okay.
Lady on a dino. And then if your DBM's up to date, it should tell you when to switch.
I did just upload Twitch's DB.
All right, you should be good then.
Yeah.
And if possible, don't be between the boss and the ads, because that's where the golden thing's going to hit.
Golden showers.
Yeah, I was gonna say golden showers.
Yes.
You notice the exclamation or question mark at the end.
Lord.
It's really getting deep now, Karen. Isn't it?
Warm pee-pee.
Can we get on with this? Somebody put.
I have
Somebody
one of
said.
these
Somebody
things
put a
about
pool
you
count up,
people.
please.
It's always deep with this
Thank you.
2, 1. You will pay for invading our lands.
Can't do anything about those casters.
Ah, dang it.
Son of a
Facing
biscuit.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I didn't look away, crap.
Johnny's laughing at me. Oh, gold coin.
Nope.
Wait, I'm a little dinosaur. Oh, I died. Dang it.
Victory for the Lord.
Ow!
But Noob got me on fire before he died. That was amazing.
Victory for the Lord.
And we still have a whole crap ton of bugs running around.
What are we messing up here? There's some. We're doing something very. There's got to be something simple that we're missing here.
Fall, outsider.
Wait, now y'all said to focus on the chick on the dino.
All right,
And then
until
there's
DBM
the
tells
big
you to
chick
switch.
with the pole in the middle.
Right. So when DBM tells you to switch, you switch to the largest ad that's there.
Okay, DBM did not tell me that.
We didn't quite
We
get
can call
that
it out.
far.
We can call it out.
Is there any reason why we wouldn't want to take down some of those priests and stuff, though?
Why did it
I'm
release
thinking-
me as a ghost right there?
Because I can't do a damn thing about anything. Like, the only one I can drag around is the damn blindy guy. But the priests, they keep doing their thing.
The problem, I believe, is if you hit the ads, they cast some sort of buff on.
Well, do not kill any ads during Seal of Retribution, otherwise the boss gains Zealotry stacks, which increases their
You're
holy
not a
damage.
ghost.
Okay, so
Done
do
by
y'all see
2%.
the picture wrong here with me?
You're not a ghost. Somebody resed you.
Okay.
Reawaken the spirits that brought you back, blah blah blah.
Thank you. As the pug squishes his butt across the floor.
Yeah,
Right
I
by
like
the feast.
I like the way it says when tanking the ads, move them out of consecration so they're not affected. But there's two casters
Yeah.
that we can't
Do you
move unless
want
we can
me-
interrupt.
Do you want me to ring of peace them? I can bounce them out of consecration.
Well, the problem is they consecrate like every 10 seconds or less.
Yeah.
So ready to go back over to the other raid to go do Zil?
Warm
Or try?
ups. No, let's keep trying.
The ads are susceptible to all forms of crowd control aside from long duration roots and hard CC, such as polymorph and paralysis.
Or in prison, I'm sure.
So what that really means is they're immune to most forms of CC other than quick interrupts and kidney.
The ads and the boss should be kept roughly 30 yards apart throughout the encounter due to the powerful Crusader seals the boss has active at all times.
So somebody needs to sneak in and shank the bitch.
Boss will cycle between two different Crusader seals throughout the encounter, switching between them every 50 seconds.
So somebody should focus on one of the chicks with the brooms. Or more than one.
Una, the boss is getting in your group because usually I'm dead by the time we get to that.
Oh, is that why? Okay then.
Yeah.
You guys are taking really massive damage, unfortunately, which doesn't help anything.
Oh yeah, and I may not be quite good geared enough for this because I'm only at 359. I don't know what the things are, but
I mean, for LFR, you're 3 points above the entrance gear score. But I don't know what they recommend for normal. Probably 370 about.
So the raid has to avoid killing the ads during the Seal of Retribution, which is the very first start.
Right. But that
And it-
doesn't mean we couldn't assign a couple of DPS to work on those disciples and interrupt them while we're doing the seal, the first phase.
When the boss reaches 100% energy, she will cast Judgment Righteousness, buffing a random ad, which is when they grow big,
Right.
healing by 150% before switching to Seal of Reckoning.
I don't know about Balin, but growing big's not such a bad thing. Crickets. Mahi, how's the baby goat? The baby house
Sheep.
goat. Sheep.
Sheep.
Whatever. Goat. Sheep.
Mahi isn't here, but Noobler is.
Oh. Well. Daddy.
Don't do that again.
Okay.
So on what
Hey.
Ray is saying, I believe in the video I watched, it does say you can't even damage them, but I don't know.
So
But the problem is
here's
if you don't interrupt all the heals, damaging them doesn't do any good because they just heal up.
Yeah, I'm just
Interrupting and damage is two different things, though. So I don't know.
yeah,
Well-
that's what I'm wondering if
here's the question: how do I tank them without doing damage, or does my damage not
Oh, you-
matter?
You don't matter.
Okay.
Your
Yeah, no,
damage
Wowhead
is
Wowhead says
You should be
kill-
used to that, Flay.
Wowhead says killing them causes
I know
a
I am.
problem. I'm just trying to figure out how we could interrupt them more.
Assign a couple people. I don't know.
Can we
Like a
like
bunch of
freeze
hunters.
one? Could I like freeze trap one? Like the moon?
I've got freeze and tar.
Yeah.
I've got
listen,
mind freeze.
I don't
I've
think
got
those
mind
ones
freeze
work.
with- yeah, I've got
They're
mind freeze with a
immune
15-second cooldown.
They're immune to long duration traps, I believe. And you're looking to interrupt them, so you would want like counter shot. You don't want a trap for them because they're repeating these different heal spells that you need to interrupt.
I don't even have counter shot on here.
Well, okay, really the only one you need to tank though, Steel is, or Flay or whoever is the Crusader, right?
That's the only one that you can really tank. The other ones, they just stand wherever
Right,
they stand.
exactly. And as long as you have aggro, as long as they're not casting on
Well,
someone
problem
else
is
in the raid, they can stand wherever the hell they want, I think.
Well, with the healing spells, and then there's one, I think it's like penance, they will cast on people in the raid.
Right.
I don't, regardless of aggro, which is why they have to be interrupted.
Yep.
So when we're supposed to be killing the ads, we need to have people focused on the priests and interrupt. I think it's penance that they're casting.
Well, there's heal and also penance. That's the discipline.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about the heal when we're fighting the boss, just when we're trying to kill them.
They will heal the boss, I think.
Yeah, I added counter shot to my toolbar as well.
What's the cooldown on that?
24 seconds.
Yeah. And somebody said on the trap, freeze trap, they said it was less than mine, but mine's 30 seconds.
So my
And
mind
tar
my
trap
mind-
is 30 seconds.
My mind freeze is 15 seconds, which is an interrupt.
And my
So you eat your ice
disrupt
cream
is
too fast.
15 seconds.
You also have strangulate their hammer.
I do. Actually, I think I have to be in blood for that.
No.
Let me see.
Only unless you didn't spec for it.
So Flay, what's the range on your taunt?
30 yard.
4 inches.
Because if the stacks of that sacred blade get too high on me, I may have you taunt the boss so it walks towards you, and then I'll taunt it back.
Sure.
To buy me time, because every time I try to get away, it never is enough time. I don't know what they're talking about in that thing where you can you just walk away and it'll drop off where they get
Yeah,
you.
no, that's exactly the same thing I was seeing too. It's like there's nowhere I can get away from this thing for long enough. It's like 10,
Or do
12
you
seconds
need like
of
Frey or Hammer to go into tank mode too, so one of them can taunt?
No, they can try, but since he's farthest away, if
yeah,
he
I think
taunts, it'll
I think
be
like
worn off
Steel's
before she
saying,
gets there.
by the time she comes all the way over to even swipe at me, Steel could probably taunt, and then she'd have to run all the way back, and that time might be enough to get her to not do it.
Because the most distance is optimally between the boss and the ads. That's the problem. Is if I have to either go towards him to get away from her, or
Yeah, I set her for focus so that I could just quick click and.
So if I switch to tank and I tank the ads and you two tank the boss, would that work?
we could try it.
Yeah, certainly be a possibility.
All right.
Does-
So for me,
you want to give it a
what should
shot, or
Does that
or
stacking?
as DPS, what should we do?
Is that stacking debuff that she puts on? Is that an area of effect, or is that single target? That's my only question. Because if it's single target, I could stand right next to you, Steel, and
I think
if
it's single target.
Hammer.
I'm trying to figure that out. It doesn't say on the. It just says imbues the wielder with holy energy, causing melee attacks to afflict. Oh wait, is that hers? Is that the right one?
Sacred Blade is the one that stacks.
Okay. So I'm wondering if it stacks on her. No, it stacks on us. That doesn't make any sense. We'll give it a try.
so should I switch or no?
Yeah, switch and sit. We can't hurt.
All right.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
that
can't
would-
hurt worse.
Yeah.
Can't hurt worse.
So what should us DPS be doing?
Focus on the boss, and then
Don't stand in
when
waves.
don't stand in the waves. Probably if you just stand back here, I think that's pretty.
Well,
yeah,
She can
we
go
have to
away
be
off of people.
wave things coming.
we have to be about here to be in range to heal. So Raid needs to move in.
Okay,
and
where I
use
am
his-
is in range.
Go where that is.
So, Hammer's taking ads?
Yeah, I got the ads. I'll do what I can do here.
We
So we're
can just blame
interrupting
it on the rain.
penance and what else?
Heal.
From the healer?
The two casters there.
Penance but they're casting something all the time.
Yeah.
Divine
They're just
something
heal
and-
heal all the time. They're casting.
I think the big one is just called heal. I might be wrong, but
Yeah,
What?
yeah, that's the big heal. The
Yeah.
penance.
heal has to be interrupted. Penance should be if you can.
What's the name of the
Because-
heal?
It's
Heal.
just heal.
Just heal.
Okay.
Target one of them right now. You watch her. they'll
Okay.
start casting heal.
There's one other one, but that one's of least consequence. So
Yeah, I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna take triangle. We'll help Sal with triangle. Interrupting.
Should I just tame her mount and then just discard that?
Link it right underneath her from her. Shall we?
Yeah.
Shall we play a game?
remember to turn around.
And do you want to take the boss first, or do you want me to take her first?
Yeah, I'll take her.
Okay. So
Okay. Hammer, go on in, and I'll taunt.
Go deep.
4, 3, 2, 1. You will pay for invading our lands.
I wasn't even looking at the little bastard.
5 stack.
taunting.
Okay, Okay, so Penance is doing a hell of a lot of damage.
Shit, I didn't look at Adams. Harlan, I'll pull him back. Hold on. I got him.
How many stacks you got?
None. Nope, I'm not thinking.
Everybody on the ads.
I must have gotten killed because I'm a little dinosaur now.
Ah, dang it. Disoriented again.
I got 7 stacks.
Got it.
Interrupt the disciple. Alright, 1 disciple down.
Okay, now we get the Crusader. Or we go back to the boss.
Five stack.
Grabbing her.
If you can
Okay,
detox
what the
the
hell?
spell from wave off of you, do.
Go back to the boss now.
Yeah, back to the boss. More ads. That's the fun part is more ads come out after that.
I wasn't looking at him!
I'm down.
Me either.
No, there's 2
I'm
now.
up.
Or did we? Or
Uh-oh.
yeah, there's 2 Crusaders now. So they were on either side, so it didn't matter where you were looking.
Yeah,
Face plant.
Crusader
I like
down.
this
That
We
seemed
need
to
to-
work better though for damage on the tanks.
You stay on that.
Yeah, at least we got
Crusader
through that
before we
first
go
ad
back to-
phase.
DMB needs to get rid of that friggin' roar.
You can change that.
Well, I personally like it because it there's no
The hockey
mistake
score.
and get the hell out
Yeah.
of the way.
Oh, sorry, I released and I'm doing the
It's a short read.
61%.
screen thing because I haven't
The
seen
cinematic.
Oh, the cinematic.
So give me a sec because I like this.
I have a question. So, for those who were interrupting,
Lady
Is
Proudmore with her Botox.
is penance happening soon enough that you cannot interrupt it if you're interrupting heal?
She went down pretty fast this time, I thought.
I think they do. I think they do go.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, and to be honest with you, I couldn't interrupt a damn thing because I was healing.
I
So
interrupted
forget
the
me for
heal
interrupts.
yeah.
once.
I just want to know because penance is taking over half of player health when it hits someone, it
Yeah.
seems. So that is a lot of excess healing that needs to go to the tanks.
So interrupt penance and heal.
Yes, as much as possible. And if we need to put more people on it, I don't know.
Yeah, how many people?
Where do you?
The hunters have interrupts, right?
Yes. Who do you want me to interrupt?
Actually, it's the Divine Burst. That's 31,000 holy damage.
When
I was interrupting the Crusaders.
As
The
far-
disciple.
It's
Disciple.
the disciples.
Yes, I interrupted them.
Penance is. Oh well, though no, that's 9,000 every
Penance
second
is the
for
one-
5 seconds. So yeah, no. Penance is
Penance
the
is
bigger
the
one.
one I'm seeing taking people's health down. Divine Burst, from what I understand on the list of things you have to interrupt, is the one that it doesn't really matter. As much as it does damage, Penance is still worse. So
Yeah, because
like you
it's
said.
5 times 9,928. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the cutscene.
And Falk, maybe we should try swapping it every 4 stacks because that probably
Yeah.
times out. Makes us take a little less damage.
Yeah, I was getting screwed up because I went and got that buff from the what you call it. That was messing me up. Kept turning into a dinosaur.
Dinos are fun.
until they
Ooh,
are.
speaking of dinosaurs, I got the other day on Tuesday, I got the purple primal dinosaur, which I'm rolling up in.
Yeah, don't click on the Janny treasure pile.
That's like enabling hard mode. Who's
Yeah.
alive? Who isn't?
It's very fun.
Probably should. I know it gives the boss stacks of zealotry, but we probably if we don't get that initial crusader down the first time we switch to the ads, let's like have Half and Una stay on it until it is dead, because we can't handle 2 crusaders. It'd be easier to deal with the stacks of zealotry on the boss, because that just increases her damage by 2%.
Well, yeah, I'll keep the priests busy trying to heal them too.
Heard my name? What am I doing?
If we
Kill the Crusader
Stay on the Crusader
Kill the
after
wabbit.
we interrupt.
after it
the
switches.
priests.
After it switches, kill the Crusader.
Yeah, even if we go, but when we go back to the boss,
Oh,
if,
stay on the
if there
Crusader.
is, if that initial crusader is still up, kill it till it's dead.
Yeah, and,
'Cause we're
and the,
gonna get a-
the disciples have very low hit points. They're only like 520, where the Crusader is 1431.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ideally, we should get all 3 of them dead before we switch back to the boss.
Right.
So that the 3 new ones can be dealt with.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Ectafius was the only one that was.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Ready.
I'm managing
ready.
many things.
And Kat, can you give us a time warp when we switch to the ads too?
Sure thing.
All right, Hammer, go on the poke.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm at 4.
Grabbing her.
Oh shit!
I got 5 stacks.
Got it. That's all I have to look away.
I don't know what I did wrong, but I doubt it did.
Move. Minor ups cooldown.
I got her. I think I keep
I don't
accidentally
like
jamming
this
the whole
thing.
wave.
Yeah, I got the same problem too. So I ended up going south of.
Crusader down.
All right, Crusader down.
Healing backwards.
I got 5 stacks.
Got her.
Where's the ads?
There's a Crusader over here if you want to yank them.
Yeah, I get him. Hold on.
Ah, crap, fire.
Away, look away.
Look away, little girl. Look
Come on,
away.
Crusader.
Uh, 4, 5.
Recondo
Grabbing her out.
forever.
And disorient. clear.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so if you're looking at the boss,
How's
and
your
not the
stats?
Crusader, you
Five
still
stacks.
get disoriented.
Got her.
Y'all are looking good. Even though I'm face down, ass up.
We
Gotta
fighting
move her a
ads?
little.
Someone had to die.
I'm not sure if it was me or Noob that went first. It was probably me.
Scanning in waves.
I'm at 5.
Which was probably unavoidable.
I might be standing in waves occasionally too now.
Get that Crusader down. Look away.
Got a
Spipal came back.
got a disciple by.
I didn't even know we were on the edge.
Yeah, can somebody call that? Because I can't see it.
Switch to the boss.
Switch to
Got
boss.
ads up.
We didn't get a Crusader down in time here.
How you doing, Steel?
A couple of us need to stay
I
on
got
the
4 stacks.
Got her.
other
Got some
ad.
disciples.
Nope, you don't have her.
Right.
You got a Crusader right in your healing circle.
Got 2 Crusaders, I think.
Yeah, we got 2 up. That's the problem.
And a wave of orange.
Ah, dang it.
You got this. We still got 2 hunters. And a...
No.
Okay, never mind.
Much better though. Holy crap.
Yeah, that was much better.
I was gonna say, we got nothing.
Down to
We did much
37%.
better.
Many deals for a friend of the rumble.
That may be how we have to do it.
I saw less penance, which is a good thing.
Well, what
I'm
I
not
don't
sorry for
understand
nothing.
as far as my death is it was a situation of turn away, and I turned around and targeted the Crusader across, and then I was dead. So I don't know what I did wrong.
Well, when
Lack
we
of hit points.
switch to the ads, you have to kill the ad that's big first.
You were
And then-
probably targeted by a priest or standing in something. If you want to know why you died so quickly, because that's really the only.
Yeah, you have to watch. There's the ads put, the Crusaders put consecration circles on the ground, and there's like a gold wave that comes out from the boss. Generally,
Yeah, I saw
towards
the gold
ads.
wave, and I knew that y'all had said that from previously to just stay out of that or avoid it at least.
Can someone else call out like when to switch to the ads? Because I literally
I
am-
can since I'm tanking them.
We are.
I am
watching
so
Easy.
focused on
Yeah, no,
on
it's all good.
healing that I cannot see what's happening.
I completely missed the second switch.
Yeah. And yeah, and Half and Una, if there's still a Crusader up when we switch back to the boss, make sure it dies. We should only ever have one. There was really, killing that extra Crusader even after we had switched to the boss didn't make much difference to the damage the boss was doing. It's easier to heal through that than it is having people stunned and getting smacked by that Crusader.
I don't know.
Running
if
around
everybody
in
knows, but
circles.
The third set of ads that spawned after we killed the second set, they spawned in the middle of the group instead of on the boss.
Yeah. The pterodactyls.
Yeah, they get
drop 'em
flown
in,
in. Yeah,
so-
they get flown in by the pterodactyls.
Air troops.
Well, that's no fair.
So, I mean, if they're smacking on you, just run over to hammer.
Well,
Bring 'em
that's
in.
not fair. WoW's not being fair. Wait,
Never is.
they've never been fair.
Ever happen.
You know, and it only gets worse. So don't.
Yeah, I
Ha-
know.
Have you done the
This-
Jaina
this
fight
is-
yet?
I didn't get to it because the entire group just disbanded because of the second fight. They were like, "Can't do it. We're leaving." And it was like, "Oh, great."
That second fight is not easy for an LFR
That
group either.
All three of those are awful, but the
What?
second
You-
fight was
You have to pay
ridiculous.
attention to mechanics and LFR.
Mhm.
Yeah, the
Amazingly,
last
it helped.
the last 3 bosses in here, you have to, or you just can't do it at all.
The second fight isn't even that hard of a mechanic. People just they're doing it like LFR,
Right.
and it doesn't work.
Yeah, I was in a really good group where we had a leader that explained things and everybody was cooperating and
Oh,
really
no.
trying. And
Not mine.
we wiped once. We wiped twice on that second fight, but then we got it. And then Jaina, we wiped 3 times, and I just ran out of time. I couldn't stay.
We had 7 stacks of determination on the second boss because the tanks hadn't done the fight. No one was explaining it. People didn't know what to do with their Wailing Storm thing. And it was just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
Were y'all typing or were y'all like chatting?
It's LFR, so it's typing, which means no communication.
Oh no. Oh, fuck that.
I mean, it's worth seeing the mechanics, but it's also like a serious pain in the neck.
Yeah,
I'm
I
making
think
a macro
that
real quick play.
I think that not being able to verbally talk about it and say, "Hey, go do this,"
Let me
is
know when you're ready.
Okay.
way better than
Thank you.
Hey, I don't have
trying
that
to type the
intelligence
shit
buff.
while you're fighting.
Well, that's why they implemented the voice chat system into the game. So
Yeah.
That's true. We do need it, or some of us need an intelligence buff.
I do.
Thank
Okay. 37% last time, guys.
okay,
I
let's
can
do
die
it.
smarter.
Die smarter, not harder.
What'd you say? Die smarter?
All right. So we good now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, we're going to die at 27% this
5,
time.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I was looking away.
Grabbing her.
So was I.
You have to be fully backwards. You can't just like land to the side.
If you're looking at the boss, you still get.
We got a disciple in the mix over
Coming
here.
at the top.
4 stack. Lovely.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Ad side. Go to ads. Grabbing her.
Move out of the way the wave if you can.
Four stacks.
Got her.
Shoot. Oh my gosh.
Delight judges all.
Grabbing her. Oh, I think you just shot that gold thing at me.
Hit.
Jerk lady. Nice job on the
They
ads.
just got dropped off again. Hair lifted.
Yeah, we got another one.
4 stacks.
Got
Crusader. Dang it.
disoriented trying to avoid the wave. Gosh dang it.
Myself. Oh, never mind.
It's our kind of luck to do so well and then immediately reverse that. Never see 37% ever again.
Ah! The light judges all, blah, blah, blah.
Was I the last one dead?
I have
Maybe?
Maybe.
Hey, I'm feeling like a Tiffany Haddish. Hey.
Una, could I have some more cookies, please?
Certainly.
They are so delicious.
I haven't even had a chance to eat them.
I haven't had a chance to
I
eat
know.
it.
I was
even
like,
hit
oh
one.
shit, I had
Yeah, I don't
cookies.
even.
Go from alive to dead in 5 seconds.
Thank you for a feast too, Tree.
Thank all of my fishing minions out there.
Oh, on my first cast for Culturian fishing, somehow I got a midnight salmon on my.
Nice.
I was like, what? Are you kidding me?
Well, just tonight, right before the raid, I got 2 back to back.
Oh, wow.
I was using the leather worker fishing lure thing.
Yeah, I get, if I sit and fish for, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, I usually get a couple of those.
Have you gotten better luck with that? Because you were having problems catching them.
Well, there's lures they have for them now.
Leather workers can make.
All right,
Make
let's
that.
try this again.
Yeah, we're getting it, aren't we?
So, sorta, kinda. Okay, good traction there for the. Right
I think
before
the
last.
last fight had to do with disorienting and standing in
Yeah.
waves and stuff because of it, for the most part. Because definitely for me, that was it, and I saw quite a few people, you know, with it. So if we can avoid that, we'll do fine.
Well, those second set of ads is coming awfully quick.
Yeah, and they pop right in our little safety bubble.
But we're seeing them each time now.
Yeah, we're we're actually getting to the next round.
That's true.
Oh,
And
you're
she
saying
is-
that's a good thing.
And she's a lot lower health when they show up.
Like you're the
Is
only
that a
one
she
not
that we're
ready, Hammer.
fighting?
Yes.
Peanut butter hammer time. Peanut butter hammer time.
Oh,
Peanut butter hammer. Peanut butter hammer.
must have been filling up his beer mug.
Now I can go and
I'm
watch
here,
a video
sorry.
about this and understand it.
You have to drain the keg a little bit.
No, I'm ready. Sorry.
Do you brew your own?
I was totally not paying attention. No, I buy it from a beer guy.
Like home brewed or
Get a
like
growler?
Miller
it's
Lite?
at a
Oh, yeah.
distributor. It's
Yeah.
all it's craft stuff.
Gotcha.
He's got a keg in a fridge with a tap on the wall.
Yeah, I've got
It's
two.
call it
a
kegerator.
two tap system.
It's called Kegerator.
Got a 2-tap system. There's always 2 different beers on there.
Light in the dark or what?
Usually an IPA and a pale ale or
IPAs
a
are
pilsner of
nasty.
some sort.
All right, ready for the pull count?
Go.
Ready.
I prefer the Hefeweizens rather than the pale ales for some reason.
I like the Heffies too. They're good.
You will pay for invading our land.
Only drink the hard stuff, nothing else.
I was looking the opposite damn direction for you.
You say that every time. You must not be.
had her, and then she went back to you. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Well, and you can hear there's like a I don't know how to describe the sound when it's coming up.
You have to be looking away from the other corner of the room where Hammer is. Steve.
I'm looking down the hallway where we come from.
You still have to turn.
You have to be completely backwards.
You gotta have your complete back to it, yeah.
Ads are up.
All right, kill this stupid crusader.
We have to be on the big disciple first.
Disciple or crusader? Tell me now.
The one who's big.
The big disciple.
Whatever is big.
Shh.
Don't
That's
tell
what
me.
she said. Ah!
4 stacks.
That's bad. Wasn't looking away.
That might be a wipe.
Ooh, that earns her.
Get out of the fire, people.
I'm trying to pull a crusader.
That's a wipe.
Ow.
What happened? You cannot be.
I didn't
away.
even have time to collect my cookie.
That was Judgment Reckoning got me for 43,000. Yikes. Okay, that's it for me.
Good night, B.
Bye, Bree.
I will see you guys later.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Blood.
Crusader's like way over there. Hold on.
I do not. Good to talk to you again.
Just wipe it. So, most of you just died to the Wave of Light because people stood in it. I mass dispelled, people stood in it, and then they stood in it again.
Who blasted
Yeah, the wave of
Judgment
light
Reckoning?
When you have your back to it and trying to fight the ads, you can't see it coming, and then by the time you see it,
Yeah, unfortunately.
I don't know if the tank can turn him away from us or not.
It went
Doesn't
right
matter.
for our group.
The problem is if the boss is up and shoots it, it goes towards the ads anyway. So if you're between the boss and the
Yeah.
ads, there's no way to anywhere we put it, it's gonna hit you.
You just gotta scatter.
I'm kind of standing like on the opposite side of the boss, but I'm angled towards away from the thing. So it seems to be working, but it doesn't work for the DPS because y'all have to move around a lot.
Yeah, that wave got me. That wave is nasty.
Yes. That is the single reason people die in LFR is because
That's
they
tacky.
just stand in that stuff like crazy.
You also don't want that wave hitting the ads if you can help it.
I have to do
So-
Oh,
one
does it
after
buff them
this.
up or something?
Yep. So, like, if you can, if like mages spell steal or purge or whatever, when it does hit them.
I'll pull up my deflector shield and aim it towards
Can
somewhere else.
Balin mass dispel Wave of Light on the ads? Wouldn't that work? Doesn't it remove
Yeah,
like,
I would
one
think so.
beneficial?
You'd have to, you'd have to target where they are, but yeah,
But he could, and it would get rid of it pretty easily.
yeah.
Well, should probably try that if possible.
Yeah. Did you hear that, Balin?
Absolutely not.
He did, but what he heard was blah 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 blah.
Wah, 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 wah.
No, he was playing Hearthstone.
She suggested when we're fighting ads that you mass dispel Wave of Light if it hits them.
Okay.
I find if I stand about where I put the star and I face that away while I am while we are fighting the boss, I do not get stunned or whatever by the Crusader.
The little cart in that corner is where I like to face, and it seems to work.
Of course, that's not quite as effective for you DPS, but you should be able to face east
I was
and
gonna say the
still
card
hit the
doesn't
boss.
help me.
I don't know. I'm standing right in front of him, so I just turn around.
Uh-oh. Sorry, noob.
Sorry, noob.
Sorry, noob.
My.
It's like having a little
It's a
kid.
good thing they make them so cute. With
Just use your cremating torch on the piles.
Oh,
There we go.
Oh, there's the
Light 'em up, light 'em up.
Clearly,
up.
Tree has never smelled burning poop.
Those are animals that belong outside, noob.
Little
Oh,
lamb poop.
He doesn't have a
Inside.
choice.
Well, the problem was
She's
she
so
wouldn't.
cute.
The mama kicked her old, wouldn't feed her.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
they do make things called crates.
It's a food product.
Shh.
They are very delicious.
They are delicious. Lambs are delicious, especially when they're on a kebab.
Thanks, Mom.
Veal.
Is your mic?
I heard that in the background.
Shit, now I want
That's
a
great.
gyro.
All right, everybody's ready. Here comes Pokemon.
We're
Wait
ready.
a minute. If Noob
I'm
Tour's
going in
working
town
away
and
from
getting
his
a
voice,
gyro
he's here.
tomorrow.
He is just
Oh,
gonna
there he
time
is.
out.
There he goes.
Okay.
5, 4,
No
Three,
standing in
two,
waves of light,
one.
please.
I will try to keep
Got her.
the Crusader facing the opposite way of everybody else here.
Balin, can you see if you can master spell the ads?
Oops, she got back on you.
Judge this.
That seems
4 stacks.
Oh crap! As I get disoriented.
Ad phase.
Crusader, correct?
Disciple, the big one.
Whoever's big.
Grabbing her. Wave of light coming, watch out.
If you guys can detox yourself or dispel wave of light if you get hit, please do.
Got her.
Crusader
Wave of light
needs to
coming
take down.
badly.
Look away, Crusader. All right, nice.
Back,
Back
to
on the
boss.
boss.
Boss, I'm gonna hang out.
Grabbing her.
Wait for the
Yeah,
next wave
Joe.
of ads. Ads are in. Where's the Crusader? There he is.
People need to move.
Look away from the Crusader.
No matter which way
Here
you
we go.
turn, there's a Crusader right now.
I got him.
Got her.
4 stacks.
Look away from the Crusader.
Always.
Can we get this
Away from the
disciple?
Crusader.
You need to get that disciple away from her.
She's on fire.
Disciple's big.
Let me
Five
see if I
stacks.
can yank it over here.
I am so confused. What am I targeting right now?
Disciple.
Big disciple. Over by the
Steal 'em at-
boss.
I'm at
I
7.
got the boss. I'm pulling the boss away a little bit if I can. Oh wait, there's another one of them.
How many stacks?
4 stacks.
Got her.
Oh good.
Look away from the Crusader.
Switch the boss. Unless there's stuff alive.
Crusader's almost dead. Crusader down.
New ads
New
are up.
Crusader.
New ads are up.
Crusader's next to the boss.
6 stacks.
Let me come
Grab
get
the boss.
Crusader.
Crap.
Alright,
Garbage.
Alright.
And disoriented.
That's a win.
Oh, God
no.
damn it.
Go
Oh,
away.
I'm sorry.
Go away.
I got the Crusader now. Of course, it was too late. Too little, too late.
40 to 41%. Still not bad.
We caught the wave, unfortunately, because the disciple was right in our little group.
Yeah, the wave is what got me.
Yeah, I had nowhere to run and trying to run away from it.
Ah!
Oh yeah, I took some at the end.
That's not
Found a
bad.
spot where
Down
it
to
was.
40.
Kinda good, but
I think we're making progress.
Yeah, we're
think
definitely
so,
making
too.
progress. I think that's pretty good. I think the 3 tank thing's working out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just wondering if we could have, when those ads spawn by the boss, one of those tanks can't
Yeah,
aggro
I'm
those
trying.
ads and take them over to Hammer, because
Yeah, I'm trying.
Well-
I'm trying to pull him over there, and it's not.
Yeah,
And
well,
then
the
the
problem
thing
is this.
Well, the Crusader I can use the death grip on, but he doesn't. I can't pull him. It only makes him look at me and run
Yeah.
my way.
we'll have to drag him over. Because I
Yeah,
didn't
that-
notice for a second until I was like, oh, there's something next to me. Because I'm facing away a lot.
Are we
Yeah.
going again?
yeah, let's give it one more shot and then we'll call it here. Do we want to come back here on Monday or go to Older?
I say here.
Here.
Here would be cool.
Yeah, let's try it.
I think we're getting some traction.
We're not gonna be able to do it unless we practice it, right?
Yeah.
Keep on, keep on, keep on, keep on moving.
That
Yeah,
was
we're
a
still
big
we're
keep
still
on.
we're close to the number of wipes on he who shall not be named.
Yes, what was that?
Kingaroth.
80 something.
Yeah, Kingaroth. Yeah, exactly.
Ugh. Momo.
We only have 14 on this guy.
Yeah, we only have 15 wipes on this one, or at least I'm registered at 15 wipes. I don't know.
I must have missed one. I only
Yep,
got
I'm at 15.
I'm at 8.
I'm only at however many we wiped tonight. Minus whatever y'all did before I logged on.
8 because this is my first time in here too.
I got 12.
Anybody need cookies?
I keep forgetting to eat my cookies.
I have 2, so
Have another.
I
I
forget to eat
don't
those.
even register that they're even in my bar here. I have them. I still have 3 that I've never touched.
You hurt my feelings, Hannah.
Sorry.
We tried to
Aw.
eat
I'm
one,
sorry.
turned
I just
around.
I don't have the mouse
Yeah.
Your
dexterity.
cookies are delicious.
I don't have the mouse dexterity to get it
I
there.
baked all day.
I'm sorry, sweetie. It's the raisins.
So, if you have something move magic, poison, and disease, and you step in a wave, the healers would very much appreciate it if you used it on yourself because that makes our life much easier. The sooner you use it, the better because the wave is going to kill you.
Yeah, my Purify has an 8-second cooldown and it's single target, so yeah, if we can get those new ads that spawn away from the boss, and I don't know You know, maybe just well.
When I can,
maybe
like I said,
swap
I can
off
only yank the
tanking as
disciples. Yeah, I can only yank the disciples. The Crusader, I can get his attention, but that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of us will try to bring him over. Hopefully, whoever's got the least stacks or the most stacks. Either way.
And my Gorfiend's grasp is like a 1.5 minute cooldown, so I can't pull a whole bunch at one time. Very often, anyway.
But at least you have a grasp.
That's right. I've got a grasp on this.
I'm gonna watch
Very
a video
little
this weekend.
Do it on LFR too. I mean, they tend to ignore the mechanics, but you can kind of watch what's going on.
You can definitely see it. That's
Yes.
for sure. You and you can see what'll kill him. It'll be the wave.
Yeah. Cat, Balin. All right, let's go. Last try.
Go.
Yay, death.
Wolverines!
3, 2, 1.
I was looking completely the
We got a
opposite
disciple out here in
direction.
the middle if you can yank.
5 stacks.
Working on it.
6 stacks.
Got her a little further away, but those casters hate me. Add phase. 4 stacks.
Look away from Crusader. Look away from
Five stacks.
Crusader.
Move.
Got her.
Ah, dang, I'm dead.
Yeah, you got a little far back in the corner there. I couldn't reach it.
Yeah, it kept spreading
Kill the Crusader,
concentration,
please.
and I'm trying to keep it as close together as I can, so it kind of
Ow.
overlaps each other, so
Got
I can
5 stacks.
leave
Gosh,
as much open
die.
as possible.
Got
But
it.
it didn't work.
I'm heading over to help.
Dag nabbit.
Crusader on the field.
I got
Running
it.
amok.
Do they have a license?
That is big and glowy. That's the one we need to kill.
Oh, he just came and chopped my head off.
New
Yeah.
one.
The
Oh,
more they're big and glowy, the bigger and glowier they.
Well, hey, it was a valiant effort,
Yeah.
Oh
it
no.
was so
Come
fun.
Run, Flay, run.
and it's great because you just go right back through this portal to Borealis, and you're there.
Yeah.
Right?
we can escape.
Yeah, you can escape, and you're there.
I think we had a good run.
Yeah,
Definitely
it's-
better
it's-
than the other time we tried.
I think we're learning.
Oh,
That's the
yes.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I'd say
Might
quite a
be
bit.
better too.
we've it's like the other couple of weeks ago where we got a little traction on Zol, where we finally got him to phase 2.